What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. Once again, if you guys are enjoying the Africa Pack mini-series, make sure you drop a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we got started on our biggest exhibit to date, and today I plan on dropping in our second animal into this massive exhibit, that being the African buffalo. Apparently, the African buffalo and the white rhinoceros we already have will intermingle and things will be okay. They won't kill each other. Also, before I get too far ahead of myself, off camera, I did do a little bit of tweaking to our observation deck up here for the white rhinoceros. Originally, I just felt like the seating area that we had just wasn't big enough, and not to mention the fact that I do plan on having a smaller attraction, smaller exhibit area here in this rectangle, and with the old one, it wasn't perfectly parallel. The observation deck itself wasn't perfectly parallel with the other path down here, meaning that this rectangle wasn't really a rectangle. What's that called? Is that a rhombus? I've been out of school for too long, dude. I don't remember. But nonetheless, it's all squared up now. Everything's looking good. So building something here should be fairly easy now. I then adjusted our wall once again. This time I tried to align it down the center of these support columns for the observation deck, and I think it just looks a lot better both from inside and outside of the exhibit. You can see from the inside here, now we kind of have some pillars that are visible, and even on the backside too. Of course, there's probably going to be a wall blocking it off from this angle. It just looks good, man. It looks better. So to get things kicked off here, you guys may remember we added a habitat gate, but we didn't add a keeper hut. Our closest keeper hut is right over here, and it's not really that much of a jaunt for them, sure, but this keeper hut is currently being utilized mainly for the phoenix fox, or the fennec fox, if you guys want me to pronounce it correctly. Which brings us to my next point, which is that I believe we have one and only one keeper, meaning they're running around currently from two different keeper huts. The meerkat keeper hut, just under here, and then they're going all the way over here to this keeper hut just to get back to the phoenix fox. So in addition to adding another keeper hut, I think it's probably in our best interest if we maybe get two, maybe even three more keepers just to keep the zoo running efficiently. Just to save us some time here, I think I'm just going to duplicate this existing keeper hut and just sort of paste it over here. Of course, the color scheme doesn't match, but we're going to change that, all right? We're going to change that, don't you guys worry. The coloring is definitely different from the other buildings around here. So what I'm going to do is just select this small staff facility here, and we are going to steal this plaster color by hitting Control-C on that little bit right there. Then if we come over here and start editing this, we should be able to change the color of this bad boy as well. Doing a little Control-V action, then some enter action, and then some apply action. Kind of sucks that we have to do this to each individual piece, but what makes it easy is if you just hold shift and go around, select all the pieces that have the same color you want to change to the new color. There we go. Everything should be selected. We'll go up to the top here and Control-V, enter, apply. Boom, dude. Look at that. Miles better. As for the teal, this whole teal green thing going on the roof, I'm not 100% sure that I like that. Can we steal a color from these things? Because I really like the yellow on that. And we're not stealing, we're just borrowing. We're just borrowing this stuff. And then on the roof, whatever that little bit is, and all of this stuff, all the teal stuff, we're going to try to make yellow, and we'll see what we think about that. We might have to do a little bit of black in here as well. Here we go, select our color, paste in that same yellow, enter, and done. Yeah, I'm thinking we do this inside part black. Just a bit too much yellow for me. I think that looks a little bit nicer. And then as for these little details, anything that's tan, I'm just gonna change to yellow as well. And just like that, we are done, dude. Perfect example here of using a blueprint to your advantage and just kind of fine-tuning a couple of things, changing some stuff around to make it how you want it to be. Is it bad that I kind of hate the yellow now? Just all of a sudden, just can't stand the yellow. So I'm gonna change this all to black instead. Ooh, let's do this. Oh, I didn't know they could do that. Okay. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Now they look like little cat ears up on the top, sure. Okay, what's going on here? Are you dead? Please don't tell me you're dead. You're just snoozing. Yep, just snoozing, just taking a nap. Okay, we're gonna need to pause things here for just a moment. Oh, I missed them rolling their little gyro around. I really want to catch them in the act, pushing that thing around, just because I think it'd look pretty funny. But now, let's go to staff, and we're gonna get ourselves 2 more keepers, dudes. 2 more. So we'll put one down here, and then we'll do another one just over here. There we go. Now we have Jim, Sherry, and Sid. Not Sid from Toy Story. It's different Sid. Don't freak out. And since these new keepers aren't going to have a work zone, we're of course going to need to create 3 of those as well. So for Jim, where's Jim at? Jim's going to the habitat, so let's create our first work zone for Jim. We're gonna select that, and then that keeper hut is actually taking care of the Phoenix Fox. So we'll select those 2, and then he's gonna need a staff resting facility as well. I think the closest one to him, or the closest one on his route, is probably going to be this one over here. And then I'll title this one Phoenix Fox Keeper. There we go, that's Jim out of the way. We'll turn our attention to Sherry. She's at habitat 4, which I believe is the white rhinoceros. So for her, we're gonna create another new work zone, and her keeper hut is this one here. This will be her same staff resting facility, and we will select this habitat there, naming this, I don't know what we name this actually, because it's only just white rhinoceros for right now. White rhinoceros? White rhinoceroses? It's only white rhinos for right now. And then of course we're gonna add more animals into that. So let's do Mini Africa Keeper. Sure, that's what we're gonna call this one, Mini Africa, since we are gonna have so many different species, you know, intermingling in things. So that's Sherry's keeper zone now figured out. Let's move on to the last one, which is Sid. Sid Goldstein, what a name. Now Sid is going to be taking care of our meerkats. So that's going to be this exhibit here. His keeper hut is right here, and his staff resting facility, lucky for him, is right above him, up there. And then this one, of course, we're just gonna do meerkat keeper. Excellent. Okay, 3 work zones now figured out. I don't think I wanna make a work zone for the food court, because for the vendors anyways, it's pretty self-explanatory where their staff resting facility is going to be. It's the closest one to them up here. Maybe if we expand this a little bit, we'll add one in for them. Another thing that I think we should probably do is get ourselves another caretaker. And actually, I wanted to do this in the previous episode and just completely forgot. So that's my bad. I do apologize. I remember saying even that I was going to do all this other stuff and just never did it. I was looking at it in the edit thinking, God, you're a freaking buffoon. But nonetheless, we're making it happen today. So we got our new caretaker. Isn't that what they're called? Yeah, new caretaker. So now we have 2 of those total. This zoo realistically is probably large enough to have at least 3 or 4 caretakers, but we'll stick with the 2 we got for right now, dude. I'm really anxious to get some more animals put in this massive exhibit out here. So we're gonna pause once again, go into animal trading, and then let's select the African buffalo. Look at these dudes and dudettes. All right, we have a 9.6-year-old here and a 9.3-year-old here, both for around the same dollar amount. So we're gonna get her, and we're gonna send her into this habitat here. Salambo? Dude, some of these names. Oh, he's got bad fertility, yo. The other one's not much better. Let's just do it. He's got good longevity anyways. Now, let's go to the Zoopedia for the African buffalo. Conveniently enough, it's the top one, so that's pretty easy. I want to figure out what their group size is like. 1 male and up to 14 females. Male bachelor group size, excluding the juvies, is 3 to 5, and then female, excluding juvies, is 3 to 15. So we could probably do a similar thing to what we've done with our white rhinoceros, which is have 1 male and 2 females. So since we've already got our male and a female, let's just grab another female. Here we go, $650, and we will move her to this habitat as well, dude. We're looking good. We're looking real good. I love when we buy an animal and then a better one pops up in the store afterwards. That's just the best feeling. The rubbing pillar does look a little strange over here now, so I think I actually might move this a little bit further out. All right, let's see what happens, dude. We got a white rhino right here outside of the keeper gates. Let's see what happens. There's our first African buffalo. Which one is this? That is Salambo, our male. Then we have our female, which is way bigger than the male. Holy crap. Also, look at those horns, dude. Good God. If you think the horns on a rhino could mess you up, imagine just getting impaled by one of those things. Jesus Christ. A buffalo, if I understand this correctly, is basically a cow with horns. They're also a little bit cuter than your common cow. These animals, much like the rhino, will actually swim the canal, which is good. There's a lower spot over here if they don't want to swim the canal. Otherwise, they can walk all the way around over here. Another thing that I had mentioned in the previous episode that I was planning on doing and just neglected to do it was adding in some sort of rock scenery into their habitat right over here. So I think that's something else that we're gonna do. Many guests think tickets are underpriced again, dude. We just have to keep upping this. Let's do $12 for adults and let's do $10 for children. Fatima is preventing other animals from breeding. Oh yeah, these things get really old really quickly. So let's actually rehome Fatima. You did us good, girl. Thank you for having Bebe for us. Rehome for $45. That seems fairly inexpensive. So how many fennec fox do we actually have? 6? Looks like about 6. God, they're all really, really old, dude. We gotta rehome a couple of these, unfortunately. That's kind of a bummer. We can just get some more. It's not a huge deal, but it's sad to see them go, you know? Okay, so we have Hakeem, which is 3.2 years old. He's just on contraceptives, so he doesn't have Bebe with his sister. That would just be awkward. Nisar, he should also be on contraceptives. And then Nayaz, okay, 3.2 years old. A much easier way to do this is just to look at our total animals, but you know, that's fine. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So we have 3 males now and 1 female. Yikes. With the female selected, let's go to genetics and we will compare mates. We'll see if maybe one of their siblings can impregnate them and have things not be bad. That's okay. Immediately inbreeding. Got it. Noted. That one, same thing. Not a surprise. And the last one, same exact thing. So we definitely don't want to do that. An easier thing to do, I think, at this point, since we do only have the 1 female, is actually apply contraceptives to her, and then all the males will just take off. We can then buy another female that's not related to these animals, and we can have some more Bebe. Hop back into animal trading, and we are going to grab ourselves another fennec fox or fennec fox. Fennec just sounds better. It sounds like phoenix, you know, it sounds fiery. Sounds like it's got some pizzazz to it. We got some bad stats on these. Well, we don't really have a choice at the moment. It's around the same age, so we might as well. Hopefully that was the right call, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now that we have all that sorted, I think it's time to move into hopefully making this something special, making it all rocky and look cool. We don't have too many structures that have rocks in them, and these are just too small. We need something big. This has to be pretty grandiose over here. What do we got here? Aquatic nature scene. Ooh. See, this I like. What's it look like playing? Oh, with the waterfall, man, that looks good. You know what? Since it is aquatic, these should just be faux rocks. They shouldn't be real rock. So the habitat itself isn't going to take into account the fact that the rocks are from Zimbabwe or Turks and Caicos. I don't know. Point is, it's not going to matter where the rocks are from because they're fake. And I'm actually going to lower it down just slightly so it blends in a little bit better. We'll rotate it a little bit. I'm thinking right there ought to be the perfect spot. So let's hit play again, get that waterfall to move over. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And you know what? It does add just a little bit more flair to the overall habitat. So I'm a fan of that. How are these animals all getting along? Y'all having fun? Oh, you know what we haven't done? Made sure that these boys is happy. Yikes. Okay, they need more short grass. But yeah, other than that, I mean, they share pretty much the same terrain needs as the white rhinoceros. What about enrichment? Are we looking good for enrichment on these boys and girls? They have a ton of species specific, but not as many species food enrichment things as they would want. So let's add in some of those. Actually, an easier thing to do is just get one of these other food barrels, these barrel feeders, and we'll just put another one out here or something. Oh no, that's gonna be a huge pain in the butt for the keeper to get to. In that case, let's put her over there. What do y'all think now? Is that a little bit better? 40 out of 30, 400 out of 61. That is perfect. All right, dude. So now at this point, we have new keeper huts, we have new keepers, we have new caretakers, we have 3 new animals now in one mega exhibit. So I think now is a good time to turn our attention to the observation deck. We of course have to get some stuff for the African buffalo because we only have stuff for the rhinos right now. We need more donation bins, more trash cans, more seating, more signage, more do not disturb and do not feed signs. And then I think it might be cool to somehow build a roof over top of the observation deck here if at all possible. If it's not, it's not. And then I think I'm going to try to figure out how we can make a concrete pad or something down in this area for the smaller exhibit, for the scarab, the beetle, the other new animal that's been added with this pack. And it seems like we've had a pretty solid episode here of just me talking out of my butt for 30 minutes or so. So I think now I'm gonna actually hit you guys with a little time lapse, and I will see you guys here before too long. Okay guys, I tried not to get too carried away, and I think, you know, I contained myself a little bit better than I usually do. I normally go a bit overboard, but I thought it was important that we maybe wall off underneath the observation deck up here. Oh, what? Diseased animal. Oh no, our new Phoenix fox and one of our new African buffalo. Well, it's a good thing we have vets, right? So I started doing this wall, and originally I wasn't using bamboo. I was using like sticks or something like that. And then I found this bamboo and it was almost the perfect height. So I ended up going with that. And then I decorated the wall with as many African-related sculptures as I could, just stuff that made sense, like the rhino over here. These masks are pretty decorative, although I know it's supposed to probably resemble a lion. I put it up anyways. Same with this, probably supposed to be a lion. This is just a decorative mask, and then we have another rhino. This is kind of like a plaster sort of sculpture, I guess you could call it. And then, of course, for these exhibits, I don't know if it's necessary to have a keeper, but just in case it is, this beautiful big keeper hut right here had to be placed down, just had to be done. What else did we have going on? I just saw another alert. Nick Bentiges. Thank you so much for stopping by the zoo, dude. Appreciate that very much. But there's still plenty of work to be done. Now, I could just go around and talk about all this for another hour if I really wanted to, but we gotta keep moving, dude. There's stuff to be done. So let's grab ourselves an exhibit species. Or should we wait? I'm tempted to wait because technically the scarab is the last, or the beetle, is the last animal that we have to add into this zoo from the new pack. So part of me does want to actually wait for that, and we might just do that. Instead, what we can do is finish up the stuff for the African buffalo. I want to add in another feeding tray because I don't think one is going to be enough for both of these animals. Oh, dude, they put their gyro enrichment in the water. They're never getting that back. Hang on. It's from this little placard over here. There we go. We'll just move it around for him. Next, let's grab these two signs right here. Can we select both of them at the same time? And then we're going to copy and paste them all the way over here. Oh, wow. It's actually not as straight as I thought it was. Then let's grab one of these information boards. They can't be too close to each other, so I'm going to move this down to the other end. And it's very possible that we'll have another circular observation deck just over here. I gotta say it doesn't really make much sense to put it over here because I don't think you'll be able to see all that much with the trees being in your way. Maybe let's try it. So first we're gonna come out this way and then scoop her back around, connecting back up to the original path, and just like that we got another one. You know what? It works. It really works. And the whole thing's now like a mirror image of itself, although this path isn't near as close as this one is. I gotta say, I like the look of this a lot more, but we can't change it now, so let's just roll with it. So we'll put this habitat education board just over here so it's not blocking the view of the African buffalo. Oh, we have no power out here. That's a problem. That's That's a small problem. You know what? We can put solar panels just about anywhere. I'm gonna grab one of these and we'll place this thing just back here. I want to leave myself enough space to possibly put another lamp post because I really, really like the look of those things. And then let's extend this path out just a tad. Oh, what the heck? All right, 23. There we go. Did I make this 26? Dude, I did. That's why it looked so funny. I made it 26 instead of 23. So now, yeah, there we go. Now it'll look like a mirror image of the other side. That is perfect. Dang, I'm kind of glad I noticed that now. Place that thing back down. Add a path to that. Looking good, dude. Looking good. And then this one, I'm actually going to duplicate and place that down right there. I gotta see what it looks like at nighttime, dude. I'm too eager. That looks pretty nice. I gotta say, it looks pretty nice. There's even room for improvement. I'm not sure why that isn't powered, but everything else is. Although then that kind of defeats the purpose of needing a solar panel in the first place, since that was the only lamp that was turned off. But let's try it anyways. No dice on that one, Captain. Yeah, dude, it's just that one little dead zone there. Dang, what a bummer. Oh, dang it. I forgot that this actually has a negative impact on guests. I'm hoping that's not gonna cause too much of an issue. Otherwise, we might just have to delete that building entirely. Dang, that was a really good spot for one too. We'll see. Maybe it's not gonna cause any issues. I think we'll just leave that as a dead zone for right now, and we'll try to figure out some other way of possibly getting power out here. I just don't want to put a transformer or a solar panel or a wind turbine in the exhibit. That kind of seems a little silly. But let's go back to daytime. We've had our fun now, and we'll finish moving all this stuff over for the African buffalo. So let's grab a speaker. We're gonna place that down over here. See, I don't know how many guests are actually gonna walk this far, but you never know, I guess. And we'll get a donation bin, put that there. And lastly, we just need some benches, dude. Perfect. Let's get a couple of these strung around here. How did I do that on the other side? I just want it to be a perfect mirror image. Okay, 2 benches, trash can, 2 benches, trash can. Got it. And there we go, dude. Okay, we had another trash can, I think, on the end, on the opposite side. So I'm going to try to put one here. It looks a little funny with the sign, but that's all right. And then lastly, we just need a donation bin and 2 benches right in front of the ramp right here. So we'll place that there. Grab ourselves a bench. Copy and paste 2 right there. Got him, dude. Look at that. Honestly, it turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. And I do still plan on adding quite a bit more scenery to this, but you guys know we kind of do that sort of stuff off camera just to save time. But there you guys have it. We now have a walk-up sort of smaller animal type exhibit area, and we also added 3 new animals to our white rhinoceros exhibits, making this mini Africa or baby Africa. And with that, you guys, I think we're gonna wind things down here for now. Once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.